You wake in water so blue, it aches to open your eyes. Your body feels alien for powerful flippers, a head the size of a dining table, and teeth engineered to punch through bone like it owes you a debt. You are a pliosaur, one of the ocean's ancient apex killers, dropped 150 million years into a world that has moved on. The dinosaurs are long extinct. Seas are colder, busier, and somewhere out here something hunts in packs. With a cunning your ancestors never faced, you do not know that yet. Right now you are small, disoriented, and sinking through an unfamiliar ocean filled with creatures that have never seen anything like you. Cold slams into you first, then pressure, then the burning realization that you need air. You claw upward with flippers that respond but feel borrowed. 5 seconds ago, you did not exist. Now you do, and the learning curve is vertical. You break the surface, gasp, and the air tastes sharp and chemical. For one heartbeat, you simply float, trying to process the impossible. You are roughly 2 meters long, your jaws already lined with weapons that could shear through steel. Hunger follows instantly, not ordinary appetite, but a bone-deep emptiness that threatens to shut your systems down. Your stomach feels as if it is digesting itself. You sink back beneath the waves and begin the hunt. The reef sprawls below in riotous color. Fish dart in choreographed schools. You lunge at a yellowtail and miss badly. Again and again you fail, timing off, angles wrong, body still learning its own machinery. Hunger turns angry, and you spot the straggler. One fish swimming crooked, fin damaged. You drift from below, letting current do the work. This time your jaws close, protein floods your system. The taste is off, something bitter and modern beneath the blood, but it is enough to buy time. One fish is not survival, but it is proof you can still be what you were built to be. Dawn and dusk become your windows. You master the coral labyrinths, learn to hold your breath for nearly 20 minutes, and grow. By the end of the second week, you are 3 meters long, and the smaller reef sharks have begun to yield space. Then to bull sharks, shorts you to investigate. They circle with the calm arrogance of veterans. One bumps you, testing. You answer by turning into the charge. Your jaws lock on its flank and tear. Blood clouds the water. The second shark does the math and flees. You float amid the red haze, jaw aching, muscles screaming but victorious. Lesson 1. You can kill things bigger than you. Lesson 2. Bigger things will keep testing until you prove you are not worth the trouble. 3 days later, the ocean changes without warning. Warm water vanishes, replaced by a heavy cold current rising from the deep. Your cold-blooded physiology slows instantly, muscles stiffen, thoughts thicken. Panic drives you upward into the sunlit shallows. You survive, but barely. The reef is no longer merely home. It is the only place warm enough to keep you alive. You stay within its boundaries, growing to 4 meters, claiming the territory outright. Then the clicks reach you, sharp, patterned whistles carrying across the shelf edge. You swim toward the sound. Black and white shapes move in perfect formation. Orcas, 5 or 6 strong, driving prey with coordinated precision. One locks eyes with you. The gaze is too intelligent, too assessing. It files you away, and the pod vanishes into the blue. That night's sleep does not come easily. Something ancient in your DNA whispers a warning. These are not sharks, they hunt as one mind. The reef grows too small. Fish dwindle. At nearly 5 meters, you leave the shallows. The continental shelf drops away into endless blue. Open water feels exposed, every shadow a potential threat. Hours pass in paranoia until you spot a school of yellowfin tunicular missiles slicing through the open ocean. You attack from below. Sprint surprises even you. Jaws close, the school scatters, and rich meat floods your system. You can survive out here. Dawn hunts yield smaller fish near the surface. Midday is for rest. Nights follow warm currents. You reach 7 meters, 4 tons of muscle. Dolphins become regular prey, their fatty tissue far more satisfying than tuna. A pod scatters at your approach, but one young bull circles back, chittering defiance. You cut the angle it never saw and end it cleanly. The rest scream and flee. Marine mammals, you realize, are what your body was truly built to process. Seals follow. Colonies haul out on coastal rocks, oblivious to the new king. Hunting becomes routine. You are 8 meters, 5 tons, and everything yields. Even great whites give you a wide berth. Until one seasoned female refuses, you meet over the same seal. She charges, testing. You hold position, jaws wide, letting her see the arsenal you have honed. She veers away at the last second. The seal is yours. For a few weeks, the ocean feels conquered. Then the net finds you. A trawler's wall of mesh drifts across your path, crammed with panicked fish. Easy calories. You push inside and feed until the mesh snags your flipper. Thrashing tightens the trap. Cables bite. Panic surges. Roll with ancient fury, teeth shearing lines until something tears and you rip free, bleeding. One flipper damaged. The boat never even knew you were there. Humans do not hunt. Their tools simply exist. And those tools can kill without intent. The scar aches in cold water ever after. Weeks later, 9 meters long and hunting seals again, you hear the clicks once more closer, more numerous. 6 orcas arrive in formation. You face them, scarred and stronger than the reef days, but they do not come for blood. They come for your kill. One distracts. Others flank and steal the seal while you are pinned. They eat in front of you, unhurried, then depart with a final flat stare. You have been measured. You are manageable. The water changes again. Low massive calls echo from the deep. Humpback whales, 100 strong, mothers and calves, migrating through warm currents. Adults are untouchable, 30 tons of protective power. But the calves are smaller, slower. You trail the pod for days, patient. An opening appears. A 5-meter calf drifts 20 meters from its mother. You strike from below, jaws clamping the tail. Blood blooms. For half a second, victory feels certain, and the mother turns 30 tons of fury. She slams into you like a falling cliff. Ribs crack. You lose your grip. The calf bleeds, but still lives. You circle. She blocks every angle. Patience should win till the orcas arrive. 7 of them, in the same pod, spreading into attack formation. To go for the calf, 3 charge you. Chaos erupts. You crush one orca's dorsal fin. Feel bone give. Another rakes your flank. Blood clouds everything. The mother fights 2 more. The calf weakens and dies. Engine noise cuts through the melee. A human boat barrels in, drawn by the frenzy. Propellers churn. Orcas scatter. In the sudden gap, you seize a second orca and tear its belly open. It goes limp. The pod retreats with their wounded. The mother circles her dead calf, keening a sound that vibrates through your bones. You float in red water, gut torn, listening to mourning and distant human voices. No one won, but you survived. The next days are hell. Defection blooms in the belly wound. Modern bacteria your ancient immune system cannot fight. Fever climbs. You crawl into a shallow cove and wait. On day 6, sharks arrive, smelling weakness. 3 circle, boulder, each pass. One bites your tail. Something inside you refuses. Jaws close, one shark dies, the others flee. You sink back to the bottom and endure. 2 weeks later, you surface lighter, scarred but alive. The fever has broken. Wounds have closed into ugly ridges. You test your flippers, then hunt against seals first, clean and quick. The orcas still patrol the edges of what was once your territory, but they keep distance. Perhaps they remember. Perhaps the cost is now too high. Humans and their boats remain. You give them wider berth, not from fear, but from hard-won caution. You are 10 meters of ancient muscle adrift in a modern ocean that was never built for you. Smarter, faster, more cooperative predators share the water. Humans move through it with tools that kill without malice. Yet here, you are scarred, slower, more careful, still hunting at dawn, still claiming what the currents bring. Tomorrow you will hunt again, and the day after that, for as long as warm water lasts and this body holds. In an ocean remade by time and cleverer minds, survival itself is the only victory left.